Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm having a cold. It's been weeks now and I'm still coughing, but it's alright. This will not prevent me from doing YouTube videos. The outside right now is really bad. It's raining and I kind of messed up with my hairstyle. As always, it's in wash and go. But I wanted to do some clips for Instagram on how to, save your hairstyle when it's pouring rain. Again, almost shrunken to the max. Let me pull one hair strand out so you can see. Bing! It bounces back. Often when it rains, I don't go out like this. I just cover my hair with a scarf or a headband or even a bonnet or something. I also take my umbrella, but when I'm in the inside, I will just open the hair. Or I will just put it in a bun or in a short ponytail, and that's it. So we just have to make life easier. Yes, to preserve the curls. So let's do a curl chat. It's about, you can guess, wash and goes and curly hair. I find it really important that we stop to chase long hair, because when you in this circle of chasing and chasing and chasing long hair, you will never get there. You will do all sorts of things to reach the goals, but you won't get there, and it will take you forever to get there. Why don't you start to enjoy your hair? It would be so much more easier. Let me drink something. So many claim that we who are doing, the wash and go ladies, we don't know how to grow hair. So they say wash and go sets. So the way we use mousse and gels and leave our hair open will not lead to long hair. But this is actually not true. I mean, when you see my hair right now, what do I need to protect it from? It doesn't touch my shoulders. It shrinks up, but still it's defined and curly. It has movement. So until I reach this goal, until my hair strands reach the bottom line, until they reach my shoulders in the shrunken state, it will take some years. It is growing, and in the night, of course, I'm taking care of it. I just put my scarf on and that's it. In the morning, I just fluff it out. So I don't really get why people say, oh, wash and goes, you will never have long hair, or prove me actually somebody with long hair. Why do we actually have to prove that wash and goes can lead to long hair? Maybe people don't want long hair. Maybe they just want to have their hair cut to maintain a certain hairstyle, to maintain a bob, to maintain a tapered cut or something else, to maintain the natural layers and just, trim it. And they are not interested actually in growing hair that reaches the waist or something else. Why is it that wash and goes, so the styling to define your hair strands with the aid of products that have hold, so gels and mousse for example, or styling creams, why is it seen as something that cannot lead to long hair? Because hair grows, it grows and grows, but the question is, are we retaining the length? This is a whole different question, and it has nothing to do with putting your hair away, with braiding your hair, or with twisting your hair. Where is the breakage happening when I see my hair like this? Where is the breakage? It's just defined. This is my curly hair structure. It has a lot of spirals, and this is why it shrinks a lot. It's growing. I want to grow it out, of course, because I love long hair, but I also choose to do this hairstyle. And you shouldn't bind yourself to other opinions that say you have to do your hair a certain way to grow long hair. I mean, I see all these struggle videos where you have to put 1,000 of growth oils inside your hair in order to grow it. No, just try to retain the length. It's up to you. You can buy your oils, and I will certainly also experiment with more oils just to see, what happens when I massage my hair in between before washing my hair. But I surely know that it's not the oil that is growing in my hair. What will I get out of it? If my hair grows but it breaks at the same time, it will do nothing for me in terms of retaining length. And this is why I actually don't understand when people say, you have to focus on, hair growth, you have to focus on this, you have to eat your, fish oils and whatever is there on earth, you have to do the rice waters. It actually does nothing for you when you don't know how to preserve the length. If it breaks in a fast rate, you will never see this hair growing long, because it grows but it breaks the same time. Yes, it breaks. This is the truth. You will actually never grow your hair out the way you want it, because it's breaking. You don't need to, challenge yourself, do all these protective stylings because you think, wow, let me do this in 6 months. My hair will reach a certain hair length. No, it won't. You will see this grow when you, put down the extensions, you put down the hairstyle. 2 weeks later, it will be gone. It will be gone. Because you're not able to retain what is growing. And this is it. This is actually the problem in the black natural hair community. We do all sorts of things to our hair, but we don't know how to, properly retain that length. Crispy, dry hair breaks. It breaks. It breaks and breaks and breaks. You need to find a way to keep the elasticity inside your hair so that it doesn't dry out and breaks when you touch it. And this is it. Yeah. Another thing that actually bothers me a lot is that people think products will do a certain thing. But this is not how it works in terms of hydration and moisture retention. This is not how it works. You can buy this brand, that brand, and 50 other brands, but it won't solve the problem. And do you know why? It's because you have to go back to the basics. If you don't know basic hair care, you can use whatever on earth. Your hair will not be able to retain moisture effectively. And how does it start? It starts with, as always in my videos, it starts with soaking wet hair. You have to get your hair soaking wet. You have to cleanse it properly. It doesn't matter what you use, Ayurvedic herbs, cleansing powders, whatever, shampoo, it has to be effective. Your hair has to be clean. And when your hair is clean, you can put all sorts of things on your hair strands and it will retain moisture over time. Our hair strands aren't plants. Why should you just spritz your hair with a bunch of products that is just coating your hair strands because it's filled with buildup? How do you expect it to retain moisture? People who are doing wash and goes these days, they just keep on washing their hair regularly to to have a clean hair surface, and then they put a bunch of products on. Yes, you cannot just say, my oils and butters, my gels, my botanical products, my so and so, my doctor told me. Wash your hair, wash your hair, wash your hair, and then you will see the magic happening. And when you are finally reaching the hydration level in your hair, then you will notice that no matter what you're doing, actually, your hair is growing. It's growing, but what do I mean with your hair is growing? Hair grows anyway, but it's not breaking as easily anymore because it has the elasticity, it has the moisture, it doesn't break anymore. Once you get to this circle, of mindset of doing your hair, in no time your hair will reach your hair goals. It's very easy actually, and you don't need 20 steps. It starts with washing your hair, cleansing your hair, condition it with something, detangle it, because density is genetics. You can do whatever you want. Why do you want to keep shed hair strands inside your hair? It will lead to mashed up, knotted hair. So detangle it. And that's it. Rinse the product out of your hair and you can put whatever you want. If it's the lock method, if it's gel and mousse for wash and goes, if it's, styling creams, butters for twist outs, braid outs, do whatever you want on your hair, but your hair will be different and will act different, and you will actually see this healthy hair that doesn't break. Yes, I'm going to repeat it again. Hair grows. But the question is, are you retaining the length? And it won't help you to do all these protective stylings, because as soon as you unravel these protective stylings, it will start to break. And this is why you see so many people, they are suffering. I'm telling you, they are suffering. They spend months and years, as soon as the hair is out, they just quickly wash it. The hair strands have barely, seen or touched water, and they will put it again in a protective styling. After many years, when they start to, enjoy the hair more out, they will start to say, my hair is breaking and blah blah blah, products zero has done something to my hair. Oh no, it's my hormones, it's stress and everything else. It may be you have kept the practice of always put it away. You don't know what it does when it's soaking wet. You don't know what it does when it's filled with certain conditioners that have, different formulations. You don't know how it behaves with clarifying shampoos. You don't know how it behaves with moisturizing shampoos, protein shampoos. There are so many shampoos out there. You don't know how it behaves with styling creams, with curling creams, with styling butters, with mousse, with gels. So what is this weird obsession in the natural black hair community to grow hair out, to grow it very long, but at the same time not enjoying your hair? What is it actually? Because I choose, I want long hair, but I'm going to enjoy it, and this is why I'm here for you. Without enjoyment, I won't grow out my hair. This is it. So instead of being obsessed with long hair and being obsessed with finding the trending hair care practices, the magic remedies that will grow your hair out, stop it. All these influencers are lying to you. You cannot grow 2 inches of hair in 2 weeks. This is impossible. Your hair growth rate is determined by your genetics. It's genetics. You cannot do anything. You can wish, you can cry, it won't help you. It won't help you. It is genetics. When we think about genetics, I hear a lot of people always claiming, it's their genetic and this is why they have long hair. But actually, how do you know it? How do you know it that maybe in your family, how do you know that in your families, people have not the ability to grow their hair very long? How do you actually know it? You don't know it. But you always say, it's in their genetics, it's because they're mixed. No. How do you know it? How do you know that your grandmother maybe could reach long hair, but maybe it's the circumstances. Maybe she was forced to keep her hair very short. Did this ever occur to you that not a long time ago, black people actually were forced to keep their hair short? Yes. So you cannot always say, it's in the family, it's genetics. Many people never see the growth potential, the length retention of their hair strands because for generations they just kept it short for whatever reasons. You have to be a bit careful when you say it's in the genetics and this is why you are able to grow your hair out and maybe I am not able to grow my hair out. No, when you don't try it, you will never know. Which brings me to another point. Maybe in your family, the ladies and the gentlemen, they actually were never interested in growing long hair and this is why they kept it short. So when you say, it's genetics and this is why you can never reach waist length or bra strap length, I always wonder what were the circumstances actually of your family, of the elders, of your grandparents, of your grandparents. How do you know it? You don't know the circumstances. Did you find a diary where a certain family members wrote, I always wanted to grow my hair out. My dream is it to grow butt length hair or hair to the legs, to the floor, but I never reached it because it's breaking. I'm not sure. I am not sure if this is really the case. You don't know the growth potential of your hair, but at least start to have an effective hair care practice. It will be easier. You don't have to focus on that. Wash your hair, take all these shed hairs out. Here's another argument. You say wash and goes don't preserve hair strands. It's better to do protective styling. Okay, why do our loose curly friends grow their hair out? Why do they grow their hair out? I mean, we are not the only ones with curly hair, right? There's a whole range of curly hair patterns, right? From very, very loose and wavy to very, very tight to the tightest and smallest curls. Ta-da, yeah. From far away, you see nothing. But when I come closer, you will see something, right? 0 sense. It makes no sense. Or will you say again, it's genetics? I'm not sure about it. What kind of genetics? Do other ethnicities have something in their blood, something in their DNA that allows them to grow their hair out? I am not sure about this. It's our hair practices that is leading to this hair. And we are all traumatized for generations because it's in our minds actually. We are born like this, so maybe it's also in our blood, not technically DNA, but I mean, it's what you're used to think that this kind of hair cannot grow. If it grows to a certain length, you have to do 20,000 steps in order to achieve this. And this is not true. You can do the same things with a little tweaks, of course, as your loose and curly and silky hair sisters. Yes, you can do the same as your white friends. Really. you can do the same. And you will see it will grow because our hair strands are made out of the same materials. It's just structured a little bit different. It will grow. So don't say it's genetics. No! Don't say wash and goes cannot lead to long hair. No! Because other curly hair types also grow their hair. And they do wash and goes. But they don't call it wash and goes. Why do we call wash and goes even wash and goes? Who invented this actually? Who invented the term wash and goes? Because we all know it's not a wash and go. It's just defining natural curls. This is what thousands of people are doing around the world, male or female. They define their curls. And we have curls, so we can define it too. And it will grow out. We set it, we dry it, and that's it. Yes. So I hope I've challenged your mind a bit, and let's chat in the comment section. We have the ability to grow long hair if we want it, if it's our choice, if it's our dream. We have the ability. It's not about genetics. It could be that your hair will never reach floor length hair. It will never be 2 meters long. Yes, this is true. But you can grow it out and it can get very, very long. Don't just say that your hair will never reach a certain point where you feel comfortable, which is often hair past the shoulders, or for example bra strap length. It depends, it depends how short or tall you are actually. But you cannot just say it's genetics because you don't know the length retention of your father. You don't know the length retention of your mother. You don't know the length retention rate of your grandparents and your grand families. You don't know it because you don't know their circumstances. Maybe they were forced. You don't know it. To keep it short. So don't always make it too easy and say it's genetics, and also don't make it too easy and say you have to bind your hair away to grow long hair. I will keep my hair growing and you will see the process, and who knows where I will be the coming years. You are here to find out. See you.